Hey, good morning. What can't seem to understand is, through all of the advancements we've had in all of our technology over the past 50 years, that we still use the same type of propulsion in order to get into space. It almost can't seem possible when you relate advancement in every other type of technology to our space and even the way we fly. It just doesn't seem possible. Why don't they use systems like maglev trains use in order to launch a ship or satellite or something into space? Because the problem that we always have when we launch something into space is this: the more weight we need to move, the more liquid fuel that we need. The more liquid fuel that we load makes it heavier. When we go to load more weight, we need more fuel. And it's a vicious cycle that never ends and limits us on what we're able to, or how much of anything we're able to put into space at one time, and costs a fortune. With a maglev system, it could be launched by going forward in order to pick up enough velocity and then slightly go on an angle upwards like a roller coaster, or launch from underneath the ground in more of a vertical position in order to get whatever it is into space. And then once you get into space, you can use liquid fuel if you have to, but you wouldn't need such large amounts and have tanks falling off of it, coming back to Earth, and just save a ton of money. And then when you get into space, why can't there be a type of like magnetic rings, okay, that say are all compressed or packed together? And then these rings, they fire off the first one in the front at a time and launch that, just say 2 miles. And then the one behind it gets pushed 2 miles. But when that one behind it gets pushed 2 miles, because it's magnetic, it pushes the one ahead of it 2 miles. And you keep doing that. And if it's a 6-pack you send up the first time, the next 6-pack you send up, when that first ring pushes off 2 miles, it pushes those preceding 10 rings 2 miles each ahead. That you got to tell me they can't figure that out? They have to be able to figure that out. And it has to work. Just think about it. It has to work. And this magnetics could be powered by the sun. I just think that, Elon Musk or NASA or somebody, I mean, come on. All the other advancements we made, you got to be able to make this work. Because it just costs too much money to go into space. It just costs way too much money. And it's way unsafe. You're basically strapping guys or whatever to a gigantic firecracker and launching them into space where, explosions can happen, like unfortunately we've seen in the past. With a maglev launch, anything happens, you could just safely parachute down or try to parachute down. And once you get into space, like I said, you could use the liquid rockets that you have on there to go wherever you would need to go. And up there, you could also make a type of reusable rocket where once you use or like a filling station, if you wanted to use rockets, which I think are so outdated as far as propulsion goes. But anyways, that's just something I had in my mind. So, all right, your homework. You have any ideas? Always share them. You never know who might be listening. Have a good day. He needs to go outside. He's crying. Have a good one.